before the video starts, I will say this: the video's long and it's not very edited and the channel's small, but that works in your favor as well as mine. The reason why is because I withheld the build until I got what I wanted in ranked. That way perhaps I don't have to face it in ranked. But also, the fact that this channel's small and it's not very edited hopefully means that the people that watch this video will be few, and the people that actually use this build will be even lesser, right? So that those of you that actually watch the whole video and grasp how the build is able to, you know, bear fruit in ranked using this build without having to face someone of the same build. Because yeah, when you're fighting the guy with the same like curse technique and build as you, it could be annoying. And the thing is about this, if two people with this build were to fight against each other, the battle will be longer than usual, and it would be best attributed to Gojo versus Sukuna, where it's going to be a long dragged out battle where both people are healing, and whoever wins drags out to who made more mistakes, right? So the fact that the channel's small means hopefully not a lot of people see the video, and because it's not edited and it's a long video, hopefully people click off before watching the whole video to try out the build and see how it works. So it's in your best interest to watch your whole video, that you understand the way the build works. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. And yeah, hopefully this video does not blow up and we're able to keep this build to a minimum. But I am throwing it out there so that the lucky few that do see this and watch through the video and try it out can bear fruit off of the build and perhaps start doing better in rank. Because honestly, I love this build. This is my main now. This is my main. I'm glad I tried something new. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, welcome to the video, guys. And I think it's time to drop a tech which you guys would appreciate in PvP, and you'll especially like this build if you don't have the Robux to buy extra curse technique slots. Usually time and time again, you're facing people that have 4 technique slots like I do, right? And you could be at a disadvantage because they're able to mix different curse technique moves together to kind of complement their move set. But this move set only requires you to have 2 techniques, that being projection and construction. Really, you only need 1 move from construction, and you don't 100% need it, but it's recommended to confirm your domain. Now, to go into the technique of itself of projection, you've got keyframe kick, right? Which, if you look on the trailer, you could look into the specifics of each move, but a basic rundown is that this is a nice medium ranged kick, and if it's landed, it will drag the opponent to you on top of doing damage, and you're able to combo extend off of that. And it's good to apply pressure because it's quick enough that, you know, someone could just not react in time, you know? And sometimes after dashing, there's a period of time you can't block, so in that like very small amount of time, it's still possible to land a hit. Then you got frame stack punch, medium distance as well, quite quick to unleash, and it's a guard break moves, but it does hit the opponent away when it hits them. So you would probably need frame flicker or keyframe kick to close the distance, or if you have available, tendril, which don't mind my where my stats are, because that is for the Calamity boss. Right now I'm doing Calamity boss. I got everything I wanted from PvP ranked, which is why I'm disclosing this tech right now, you know. It would be annoying to have to fight my own build in ranked, so that's why I'm disclosing this right now. And hopefully everyone else has a better time with this. Now, one thing I will say, since this channel is small also, if you guys see this, the chances of you running into someone using this is very small. Especially if like the player count increases and more people play ranked, the chances will be decreased in comparison to what everyone else will be doing. Because here's what's happening in ranked. In ranked, now reset my stats as I talk. In ranked, most people follow the philosophy of a glass cannon build, where they fill up their technique, they fill up their strength to supersonic dashes, they fill up their focus to sparks of black, and then they put minimal in health, right? Glass cannon build, right? Which was an old philosophy of mine when I was testing this game. But as times change, I noticed Burst RCT had its uses, because you see, the philosophy of the glass cannon build requires you to be just that much better than the opponent in order to survive. So if you're fighting someone of the same skill level as you or higher, you will have trouble and you will be finding yourself in your last life barely winning if you do win. So, and the only times you win with 2 lives is if you were better than the other person skillfully. If you're against someone more skilled, unless you're lucky, forget about it, right? Like I said. But the way my build works is that if you're fighting someone of your same skill level, someone lower, or someone higher than your skill level, you're still able to even the playing field to the extent that someone more skilled than you could beat while having 2 lives left, right? And by standard, right, we get 3 lives for every match. But the way this build works, essentially, it's like giving you 4 to 5 lives, or however many times you're able to heal, right? Because there was this match I had against a diamond player, and I'm at low silver, right? I kept getting D rank before I got this build, because I was just playing around with different stuff, right? I was fighting this diamond ranked player, and they were really good. They were running the meta, right? Which is the construction build. You know, that combination that does a lot of damage, which is dash into rain combination. They do it 3 times and it takes half of your health, even with max out health. Worse if you don't put a bunch into health, right? Even against a player like that, and they were able to land more overall damage on me, due to my build, I was able to heal throughout the fight and keep all 2 lives and still beat him. Even though on paper he landed more hits, total damage, and therefore should be considered more skilled. But because of the healing that was able to carry me through, I was able to beat him nonetheless. So this build is good against people lower than you, of course, because that means you should be able to maintain all 3 lives while fighting them. Someone of your same skill level, which means you should beat them at most like with your 2nd life, healing yourself throughout. And then someone more skilled than you have a greater chance. And the reason being, as a glass cannon, any damage you take, you can't do anything about it. There's no getting it back. And even if you have healing frost circle like I do, it heals slowly. So it's not something you could rely on to heal you. Any damage you take as a glass cannon stays throughout the fight, right? And with this game, even someone lesser skilled than you, of course, is going to land a hit eventually. And so what glass cannons tend to do, they tend to have a maximum technique like the Heian transformation or Gojo's. Sometimes for like Heian, it's so that they could get you in a domain and use Fuga on you to finish you off. And with Gojo, it's for Unlimited Void to finish you off with regular Hollow Purple, and if not, it's so that out of the domain they could use Hollow Nuke. Most of the reason though is because if, let's say, they're on the last life, or if they're trying to maintain their first life, they're gonna pop their maximum transformation to heal up a bit more in efforts that to like maintain their life as much as possible, because essentially whoever wins the game is the one that's able to maintain each of their lives the longest in comparison with the opposing person. So that's what the Heian transformation is mostly used. That's why also they nerfed the health increase. It's spotty in my mind. I think it was after release that they nerfed the health regen from maximums, but before, if I'm correct, it healed. I want to say like if you were at a quarter health, it would bring you to full health, kind of thing. Or it was just like a full health kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure it was like you get 75%. Where if you're at a quarter, it'll give you back to full bar. So they had to nerf that. Why? Because essentially it's like burst RCT in the aspect that you land 3 black flashes and you're able to use it and you get new moves as long as you're using the moves from the same curse technique, and that helps you, right? But then this build that I made takes that to a correct level where because of projection it doesn't have a maximum technique, and because of that you don't need black flashes, so you're able to focus. Instead of the black flash damage, you rely on your combinations, your technique damage. You have decent strength, but mostly it's going to health, and I'll show you right now and I'll explain as I go along. And in the comments, by the way, if you have questions, let me know there. If you have tips, let me know. You know, I've been playing this game since like tester became available. But if there's any other testers there or any other player that knows something perhaps I don't, let me know. And or even if you just want me to try something out, let me know that too. So essentially we're filling it up all the way down to burst RCT, right? Then we get brain heal and death store, right? And that's like the starting point. I'm gonna go back here, but first I'm gonna go in the other slots. Now death store, like when you use this build, let me get away from that. When you use this build in PvP as a glass cannon, there comes a time like when you get low health, you kind of give up and just say, you know, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do in my next life, right? With this build, every small ounce of health you desperately fight for, because with that small amount of health you get a focus bar. All you have to do is use a knockback move on the opponent and you're able to heal and you're able to sustain yourself. The idea is to sustain every life as much as possible, healing yourself as if and treating each life as if it were the last. Essentially, you do that and you know you can still get beaten, so, like, but it's very difficult to beat this build. I want to say, like, if you were, this is why I withheld this as long as possible. Imagine landing combinations on an opponent that's as skilled as you, or you're more skilled than them, so you're able to land more hits, but they're able to heal that damage back. They're able to heal much more than the damage you're able to inflict. And you can't do anything about it. The only counter I want to say to this build is somebody very skilled who has supersonic dashes, who plays aggressively and smartly. Oh, freak. My bad. I don't have my melee moves, but it's alright. Let me just take care of this guy. There we go. So there we go. My bad. So I gotta get myself together. Yeah. So this build will be very annoying to fight against. It's like the only way you beat this is if you play aggressive and you do not give the opponent an inch of a chance to heal up. That's the only thing. But it's difficult when you're forced away with like a knockback move and you can't do anything because there is end lag in this game. Like sometimes you get hit away, you're trying to block or dash and it doesn't let you. You're just like hopping around in place, and that's what allows me to heal after knocking you back. You also have flicker, which I like to use to A, you know, quickly dodge out of the way of something like cleave, let's say, or to close distance, and it's a short cooldown too. And at close range too, I like to just throw it in there, get you on your toes, you know, blocking, you know, because when I get you blocking, I could just turn around and do that. And that's very hard to like dodge out the way after blocking because you have end lag. So to make best use of this curse technique, and I'm sorry, it's like it's a yap fest, but there can be a lot that goes into this, and I just want to give as much information as possible for those that want it, right? To make this work with projection, especially, it's very fast paced. You kind of gotta know the curse technique, like in the back of your mind, like front to back, because it's fast paced. It's hard for the opponent to react to. You have to know how it works and make best use of it. Like, for example, frame brain combination hits them on the ground, then propels them into the air, and you hit them down. With that, you're able to essentially confirm eagle drop to drop down on the opponent and combo extend. With frame barrage, you're able to use frame kick if you use it quick enough to then combo extend off of that. Right? So this moveset not only is able to be interlinked with each other's combinations from the curse technique itself, but also with other things like your melee or your weapons. Now, to do my stats, continuing on, you fill up your technique all the way, right? And since you don't have a maximum technique with this, you want to get barrier mastery so you could, when you use your domain, you don't have to worry about time. You could take things slow and break apart the person piece by piece, right? Then you just do a basic level of strength, just enough to get eagle style, right? For now, right? Then you go and focus, and you want to go down all the way to lock in. That way you could gain focus a little faster by 0.25, but that really does help. You will notice a difference. Then look at technique. I could do chant proficiency, right? And I'm gonna check my screenshots real quick just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure I did fill that out, because in the domain there is a chantable move, and to be able to chant that would be nice. But let's see, did I fill that out? No. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do now is I'm increasing my parry focus. That way I get focus faster. And this is 12. 369. But it's only by 6% is the thing. So let me get my calculator out here. Every time I reset my stats, I like to see what can I do better than before. So let's say the damage is 1,200 in domain, right? It's more like, no, let's do 2,400, and you multiply that by 6%. You'd get an increase of 144 damage. So instead of 2,400 damage, it would be 2,544 damage. You could do that if you wish, but parry. You could do that if you don't parry well, but you know, I'm able to consistently parry. Like, if you're able to parry in this game, it's like, it's difficult to win against that. So learning the parry times is 100% helpful. And I'm gonna check my screenshots again. Let's see, so my health, let me check my strength too. Okay, strength is filled up to there. That's my focus. Yeah, I already got that. And that's my health. Okay, I got you. So, I mean, 4% health isn't bad. Let's say 4%. I'm guessing it's 4% of your overall health. 10,542 times 0.04. Pretty sure that's the yeah, that's the max percent health. you'd get 421.68 health per parry. It's not bad. I don't necessarily need the chant though, because 369 9 I could do status resistance, but hardly anyone uses something that requires a status resistance. I think Jogo's the only one. So I'm gonna do that, but it's by 2%, which is not bad. It helps out in my case, because it heals a bit and it gains focus for me to also use Berserker's Tea to heal. So these are my stats, right? And then this is my armor. What I'm working on right now is doing what is it called? The 6 size boss. The Calamity boss, my bad. What I'm working on is doing the Calamity boss, because he has the best armor available, and it has effects. Like right now, I have it written down here. Let us say Helkitis. I don't know how to spell this. Well, just pronounce this properly. It's a shirt. It gives 57.2 health, 22.9 strength, and 110.9 technique. Mine, for example, only have 95.3 technique, right? For Soul Robe. Then for pants, Celestia, which mine gives 57.2 health, 45.8 strength, and 68.6 technique, while Celestia gives 57.2 health, 22.9 strength, and 110.9 technique. And on top of that, it has an effect that when you fill up an attack bar, you will gain Lap's Blue Fist that will enhance your punches, right? And that's perfect. Then, as outerwear, to replace my Cloak of Inferno, which gives 50 health, 40 strength, and technique, I do Fantasies, which would be 34.3 health, 40 strength, and 91.5 technique. And for every parry you do, it does an AoE blast around you. So not only are you able to, in my case, heal and gain focus bars from it, it's also able to kind of like knock people back off you if they're close up on you, which is perfect because it also does damage. And then optionally, to replace my rings, which is 114.3 technique, only way I'd replace it possibly is the Black Hole Buddy if I wanted to get 52.4 stats and all, like, health, strength, and technique. But that's a maybe. I'd just be tinkering with that. And then to replace Eyes of Willpower, Crown of Azor, which would give 57.2 health, 22.9 strength, and 110.9 technique. So that's my ideal armor, right? And like I said, because you don't have a maximum technique, right? You don't need black flashes, so you're able to save the focus bars to heal yourself with Burst RCT. Now, do not just throw out Burst RCT like it's nothing. It's only use it, one, if you kill the person and you're on your side of the map and you're able to heal in that time while they're coming to you, or two, when you use a knockback move and as soon as they hit them away, you're spamming RCT so that you heal as fast as possible. And sometimes it'll be by a small like kind of window of time, so when you finish healing up, you're probably going to need a block or use a counter, right? And I'll go into the counter of this moveset, right? So that's that. And there's the counter, right? This counter is the best counter in the game. Reason being is it not only counters melee, it also counters moves. Let's say someone uses Lap's Blue, they throw it, and then you use the counter. And it's only on cooldown for 30 seconds. And it is essentially like Mugen in the aspect, it's not permanent. But at the very least, not only are you able to negate an attack, depending on the attack, you're able to teleport yourself behind the opponent and combo extend off of that. And punish. And as I'm speaking right now, the counter is about to go off cooldown. Right? and so, also, you could have this counter and Mugen, and they don't cancel each other out. So you could use the counter, and then if you wanted to do Mugen. Only thing is Mugen has a long cooldown, so I don't recommend you do 2 moves just to counter for defense. So frame rate combo, I already explained. The reason I have Metal Rain is because this projection's only problem is that it doesn't have a move that confirms domain. I also use it to confirm throat gouge. Because of that, I use Metal Rain to guard break the opponent, trap them in here, and during that duration, I expand my domain. And unless they invested in barrier mastery, which would enable a person to expand their domain while being actively hit, they won't be able to respond back with their domain. So you're able to confirm your domain with Metal Rain. And it's off cooldown already, so it's not a long cooldown. Though I think the cooldowns are a little longer perhaps in combat mode. I'm not sure. But yes, that's the thing. And I'll show you clips of, I have a clip of where I lost to a guy, right? And it was my mistake fighting him. But honestly, it was props to him, you know? Because I was doing really well, and then I sold in my second life. And then on my last life, he was saving his domain and maximum technique. And that was a no-go. Second time around, when I was luckily able to rematch him, I was able to keep all 2 lives and finish him off without him able to use his domain and maximum technique. And I understand why he didn't. He knew I was in my second life, and he wanted to save it till my last life to do what he did the first time. But I also knew that, which is why I was profusely healing to make sure I don't die, because I knew it would come. And the only way I would survive that is if I were to able like escape the domain before it expanded. But then again, he'd probably try using his maximum technique. But I would probably be able to destroy it with keyframe kick and frame stack barrage. And if he tried to attack me, I could use the counter. But yeah, I mean, with the clips, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's like philosophy against philosophy. You've got the people that say, I'll just do damage. My idea is I'm not planning on being hit. I'm going to be doing a fuck ton of damage to the other person. My philosophy is I may get hit, but even if you do good damage against me, I'm able to heal that back and do damage to you that you cannot get back, kind of thing. And the reason why I use Inverted Spear of Heaven is because it has a guard break move that if someone's careless will get guard broken by, and it has throat gouge which does good damage. So that's why I have that. And I don't think I have much else to explain really. Nah. But I will say the reason I have Metal Rain, and this is just a tip for y'all, when you see someone with supersonic dashes, do not carelessly use your domain. Please. Because if you do, 95% of the time they're going to be able to escape with supersonic dashes. That's the whole reason why people have supersonic dashes. It's very difficult to get off a domain expansion. And most people don't confirm it. So with Metal Rain, you're able to just do a combo starter. Like let's say I land this, right? I hit him, get him stuck here, and I use my domain expansion. That's what I do. And I forgot to explain this. Usually with a Binding Vow, when you use it, there's something against you, right? Let's say Brain Heal. Brain Heals gives you 35% of your domain bar, right? Caveat being you lose health. But I'm able to nullify it, and not everyone has this, sadly. So unless you were able to take advantage of it, this won't apply to you. If you don't have Healing Frost Circle, if you don't like the idea of losing some of your health, you could use those points from Brain Heal and instead either fill Vampiric Parry, you could do status resistance, or let's see, you could do your champ proficiency, whatever fits you best, right? But yeah. So essentially the way I do it, match starts, Healing Circle, and I use Brain Heal right away. And I just wait heal till the other person comes here. The reason being is because if I kill them on my side and I have focus bars, it's gonna take time for them to get to me. So in that time that they're traveling to my side of the map, I can heal back to full health with my focus bars, right? And as you can see, I filled up my domain bar. It's almost full. And I got all my health back. So I was able to nullify this. Now, if you have the snowman, do not think it's trash. Just because it can get killed easily, this thing has helped me so much. Let's say someone pops healing transformation, I pop healing frost circle, I pop the frost man, I heal with however many focus bars I have, and then I get to work, right? And this guy, they're gonna be aggro on me, right? This guy, when he lands a hit, he will freeze the opponent, and that enables you to do a combo. And let's say people usually use it when they're just about to die. It'll get them to half health. One combination gets them very close to death, right? So, I mean, it makes the odds more in your favor than the opposing person, right? Now, also, knowing that you could get your domain faster than the opponent, know when to use it, okay? I like to save mine when they're on their last life. The only thing that changes that opinion is if they domain clash with me, obviously. The only time I don't domain clash is if I am able to escape. Let's say they just throw it out there without confirming it, and I'm able to get out the way. I'll get out the way. A keyframe punch. Well, I'll do a dash. I'll actually no. This is all I have to do, and I'm already out before it's already done. Or I just do this. Actually, just the dash and flicker, and I'm already out. You see? So I don't need supersonic dash to escape the domain. That's another plus about this. You know, escape the domain like this, just as fast as supersonic dashes. So I mean, yeah. That's when I wouldn't do a domain clash, because if I'm able to escape, I'm just gonna let them get stunned, come back with keyframe punch, combo off of them, you know, do my thing, kill them off, and or if they're in the last life, let them rush me, Metal Rain, do my domain expansion instead. Alright, so it's the reason why I like to get it faster is so I can have options. I have the option to do whatever I want, right? And let's say they're landing more hits than me and they get the domain first by damage, I'm able to also get my domain in time. And as you see here, I could heal back my health, and I use brain heal to get my domain, just like that. And 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, about 3 heals, and you'll be able to do your domain. I mean, not 3. 3 brain heals. But of course, during the fight, the opponent's not going to be able to let you use it. I don't suggest you use brain heal during the fight. Okay. Just when they die and you have ample health and you have time to heal yourself with healing frost, then do it. But now, without further ado, this is going to be a new thing. I'll be kind of like talking over the fights and kind of explain what's going on, instead of like speaking during the fight. I already have these pre-recorded from yesterday, so I hope you enjoy them. And also, sorry that I talk a lot. It's just, you know, there's no other JJK games as of right now, so, and I've been playing this game for a long time, so I just want to give you guys as much information as possible. Alright, so also, I don't know why hardly anyone uses it. This domain is like, I'd say this is the best in the game. If you move, if you dash, if you hold block, if you're attacking me, you know, and if you're attacking me, you're gonna get frozen, and getting frozen does damage. So it's just a cracked ass domain. You know, you're able to fight against the opponent in the domain, they're able to fight you, like Malevolent Shrine. But the thing is, it's like this. It's like essentially if you have two people that are max HP and I expand my domain, unless I just suck ass that much more than you, or I was at very low health where just one technique hit kills me, you're gonna lose in the domain. Like once you get stuck in the domain, your life is over, you know? Unless you're able to use, like, let's say healing also, I guess, or if you're able to use your maximum technique just when you're about to die to try and outlast the domain. But remember, my domain lasts like a whole minute, so it's difficult thing to do. But if you could do it, I mean, yeah, sure. I hope you guys enjoy the fight video. And yeah, okay guys, so I'm gonna have the video here so I could pause it when need be, but otherwise I'm just gonna be talking over it. So let's get into it. So in the beginning of the match, you're gonna see me do the healing circle like I discussed earlier, and then use brain heal. Now I do want to clarify, this match I'm starting off with the one I lost against this guy. That way we break down what went wrong and kind of what I'm doing. So I saw you use that. The reason I use Tendril is because there's a time where you can't block after using moves, so I took advantage with Tendril and started my combo. Then I used that to hopefully land a hit, but I did not wager, right? So I got hit. Perfect block that, so I was able to get a focus part. Do my combination. I checked if I have Eagle Drop, but I did not, so I had to take a conventional measure. So you gotta take into account, in the first life, you want to see every single, like they're gonna throw at every move they have, and you want to take the first life to see what do they have, to then be able to adjust around it. So I countered his red transmission, which brought me to him. He used cleave, which I don't recommend you guys at all to use it. Because of that reason. Perfect blocked. Tendril blocked it. It's fine if they block it to add pressure. Perfect block. Luckily, I would say, but still nice. I will say the reason why I lost, it was just silly mistakes, really. Like that right there could have been avoided if I took my time a little more. I still had time to move around. There we go. Perfect block. Barrage. And to the punch. And sadly, he used red reversal. And when they have red reversal, just be aware that's what they're going to be using to try and get you off them. Like when you rush, they're gonna use it. So now I take the chance to heal up. As you could see, I take advantage of my snowman having attacked him, so I start a combination while he was busy. I did not see where he went, so I couldn't block him there. I was able to block that, thankfully. Sadly, I did not have the range to get him there. And again, I lost this match due to careless mistakes. I tried to hit him away, but I could not to heal. So, and also there I couldn't block. See, careless mistakes, you know, you gotta be smart about when you use your moves, because when you use moves like that, there are times that you can't, you know, do anything about. Let's say you're about to be attacked, you can't block. So be careful about when you use your moves. Take advantage of the time to heal up there, but end up messing me up. Use my domain, which, you know, later on I'm gonna wish I had saved it. But you see how low I am, and then see where his health is, and we'll see who wins in my domain. I heal up in domain. cancel him. If they do that, either do what I just did, or use tendril if you can, or just dodge, you know? I beat him in domain even though I started out lower. I heal up and get my snowman to get some pressure on him. Let him come to me, counter. But because of the range, I'm guessing that's why I wasn't pulled to him. Now that move on his part is a nice annoying move to use. I was able to dodge his black flash, so I wasted his black flash. Nothing I could have done about that. It's just the way red reversal is, and I probably shouldn't have used tendril there. You see, this is what I mean by careless mistakes. There's context clues. Like, of course you can't see it while you're actually fighting those small things, but there's small context clues like, oh, this guy's gonna rush me, so I shouldn't use tendril. So another move would have been better. But here we go. Try to get him. Oh, and I let go of block too fast. You hate to see it, but it happened. Another annoying thing, you know, can't do anything about that. Once you do tendril and they do red reversal, you can't stop it. That was lucky in my part. And now this isn't good because, you know, you want to maintain your lines as fast as possible, and here I am losing it rather quickly. Sadly, he dropped down, so I couldn't do anything. And I couldn't block there. See, careless mistakes. But try and do as much as you can with the little you have. Here, I want to hit him away to heal up. Sometimes it heals faster than other times. Perfect block that, but he was able to get away. And sadly, he used red reversal. A lot of, well, I can't say that. He's good, but a lot of the damage is from red reversal. You know, it's just an annoying move. Because, you know, there's nothing you could do about it. It's a non-cancelable, and it's just a good tech all around. Before this, I did use red reversal also to punish tendril rushes, so can't be mad. And can't be mad at the technique. And you see how close I was to getting my domain? So close. 0.1% away. I heal up a bit, he used cleave, block his thing. I wanna fight him. He used Rika, I didn't see her, sadly, so I just get killed from this. And there I go. And that, now that we see the one where I lost against him, let's see how did I redeem it in my rematch with him. Because honestly, looking at it, and also in the fight too, I was like, that was careless mistakes. I could have won, but my mistake, you know. Even it, like I had it in the bag, but careless mistakes cost me my second life. And like I said before, in the next one, because I know this guy, in terms of what he uses, I was fighting very hard to keep my second life because I knew he was saving his domain at maximum for my last life. So let's see how I beat. Okay, so here we have the second fight, and this is where I win, and we're gonna see how I won and what I did to win. Okay, so like I said, the one before I could have won. It wasn't an issue of like, you guys can be the judge. In my perspective, in terms of skill, I had it, but careless mistakes cost the match. Because the thing is, I was able to maintain my first life for as long as possible, right? Then, down to the second, what cost me is I did not heal at all in my second life, I think, and I lost my second life very quickly, and so that cost me the match, right? Because he was smartly saving his domain till his last life, which is why this was recorded before I made the video today that you will see with this. Like it's gonna be first ahead of these fight videos, but you see me discussing when to use your domain. That even though the build grants you the ability to get your domain first, save it for their last life. Had I saved my domain for their last life, I could have saved it for a domain clash, and that would have made the odds better, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind. We learn from our mistakes, which is also why from the mistakes with a glass cannon build, I saw the flaws and I wanted to see what could be better than it, because everyone's using a glass cannon, so I wanted to find what could be better, and I found that build. And of course there's weaknesses, but really the weakness, it pertains to the player themselves. We make mistakes, and sadly, if you make mistakes with this build, you kind of nullify the advantage it gives you, right? But if you're able to play at tip-top shape, your best of ability, you're gonna win. Like, even if someone's more skilled than you, you're more likely to win than them, because you're able to heal from the damage they inflict on you. They're not able to heal from the damage they inflict. That they get inflicted upon them by you. So you have that advantage over them. The only way, again, is if that you lose your own mistakes, like I did previously, or the other person's just that much better than you that you just could not land any hits on them, really, to be able to heal up consistently. Alright, so we're gonna see how I won against this guy. So again, I start off healing circle, brain heal to get my domain. He's rushing me. He's going to use cleave. I know so. I dodge. I use that to get to him because I know he was going to use tendril. Love that counter. I use punch to damage him. And quickly in succession, after I get behind him, I use tendril. He used red reversal, but I gained distance, so it was fine. And this showcases, kind of like you can't just throw red reversal out there. I only used red reversal when I would use it when they're using tendril, because tendril confirms my red reversal. Anyways, I do my combination, right? Hit him away, get close, and then I do the punch. I saw he does cleave, so I use tendril since I have it. And then you're gonna see I do that, get close, I miss that, so I just to get some hits on him. I use ego drop to break the distance, block that, flicker to close the distance, put pressure. I let go of block too early, it's fine. I let go of block again because it was gonna run out soon. Nice perfect block, so it fills my bar. Rush him, there we go. Brain barrage. Hit him away to heal. Block right away. I'm trying to get him. Catch him off guard. Block. Couldn't block. Luckily, escape out of that. Couldn't reach him in time. All good. He was able to perfect block that. Counter was off, so I couldn't do anything. Get close. I hit him away to heal, I think. No, yeah, now I healed. I'm on my side of the map, so it'll take him a while to get here, so I just heal up. Almost full health, a quarter away. Spawn my guy there to kind of, you know, because he's going to attack him, but my guy froze him, so I'm able to combo off of it. Eagle drop is not available. Block that. Tendril him. Try catch him off guard. Perfect block that. Use punch. Guard breaks, so unless he could perfect block that, it wouldn't be good for him. And as you see, I could use my domain, but I'm not going to use it. I want to save it. I use a counter. Couldn't get to him, sadly. Able to dodge it just in time, and luckily hit him with Tendril. Combo him in the air, hit him away to use a heal. Sadly, did not have the time to heal, you know. I feel like sometimes are faster than others. Now his red Versal is on cooldown for 60 seconds, but I'm gonna lose this life. Fine. He's on his last life. He's saving his domain for my last life, so he knows he has to finish me off now. That thing lagged, I'm guessing? I don't know why it looks so delayed. Brought him to me. I have Eagle Drop ready, so you're gonna see. I do Eagle Drop, and I go into a combination right away. And there he is. I think he has enough for his maximum technique, which is what he was trying for. And again, I don't personally, if he watches this, I'll just say you should switch out Cleave for something else, because it's like it just leaves you open, you know? Use a counter. I'm gonna use Eagle Drop. Couldn't finish him off, sadly. So he's gonna get some damage on me. But as you can see, I have 3 focus bars to heal with. But you're gonna see, I misclicked, and so I used my frickin' domain on accident. And that's me saying, what the fuck? I don't have time to heal, so I had to brute force this. I used Rain there because if he were to rush me, he would get stuck in it. Luckily, my thing was able to hit him, even though he did hit me with red transmission. I'm fighting really hard here because I know he's saving his domain and maximum for my last life. So I'm gonna heal now. I tendril him because he used red fire arrow. Hit him down, heal. I gain distance. My moves grant me the ability to fight from a distance. Perfect block to gain a focus bar. Perfect block that, luckily. I was trying to do rain, could not. Luckily, I was able to land tendril. Heal off of that. Use my counter, hit him away, combo. I'm gonna heal again. Sadly, he got me, but you know, the health I just gained will be brought back down. Time the evasives to cancel his fire arrow. Hit him away, use punch, then rush him, and he is dead. So that's how I won. Second time around, I knew kind of his moveset. I did make a mistake again using my domain, but I was able to make up for that. But as you can see, even though he landed good hits on me and I would have been on my last life, and he would have consequentially won because he was saving his domain and maximum technique for my last life, rightfully so in his situation. I was able to heal back health and keep my life for as long as possible. So there you go. That's my moveset. And for right now, I'll be recording videos when I do PvP again. I am taking a break because before I finish ranked rewards, I want to do the Calamity boss to get the armor I want. And if there's anyone out there that needs someone to grind with, just let me know in the comment section. And otherwise, yeah, I'm going to be doing the Calamity boss to get the armors. And once I have them collected, then I'll go back and ranked with my new kit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you have any tips or you want a video to be made on a certain something, let me know there too.